Hi guys, Berry Babe here checking in. I'm a little late. Um, I know that I promised on the day that I hit my LDW I would give you a body shot, but I didn't really get dressed today. So I plan to get dressed tomorrow, so I will try to remember to give you the body shot tomorrow. Yes, LDW this morning, 139.9. Oh, geez. So I'm calling it 140, and I've made my goal. And so I did my HCG drops this morning, and then that'll be it. So I'm in purgatory. I did start refeeding today. I had broth. I really didn't want to eat. I just rather would keep going. It's easier for me not to eat than to have to eat something I don't really want to or don't really care for. And I had this bone broth, and that's what they say is a good thing to start with after a fast. So I finally heated up some bone broth, and it wasn't too bad. It really wasn't. I didn't put any chicken or fake noodles in it yet. Maybe I'll do that tonight or tomorrow morning. And then I had some cottage cheese with a hard-boiled egg and a few bacon bits in it. And just a little bit of halo top. Just a little bit. So I've been doing some reading on trying to figure out how you tell if you're in keto adapted, and they talk about your lowest levels being after 1 full day of fasting and your highest levels being after 4 full days of fasting. So after 10 full days of fasting, I would assume, actually 11, I would assume that I'm there, and I really believe I've had the keto flu. Brain fog, big time, very weak, kind of almost a little disoriented, almost childlike, not that far, but still it was like, psh. And I don't think being ADHD helps, because it just kind of like took ADHD to the max. So I walked in the neighborhood last night, 3 circuits. I probably will only do 3 circuits tonight, just because I'm still feeling a little bit less than. Tomorrow I'm going to go out and around and get my allergy shot, which I haven't been getting since I started fasting. I thought if I'm trying to get the toxins out of my body, the last thing I want to do is put those nasty toxins in my body, because when you get allergy shots, they take all the things you're allergic to and put it in a serum, and then they stick them into your body. So other than that, I'm just trying to deal with the magnitude of what's going on. I'm low. I can't. I don't believe it. I just flat out do not believe it. When I watched my vlog yesterday, from yesterday, I noticed I look a little chicken neck right here. And I said to my husband, I think I look a little scrawny. And he just kind of looked at me, and I said, what do you think? He said, yeah, I agree. Now this is a smart man. He's lived with me for 41 years. He never offers an opinion because he knows he may get blasted for it. But he agreed. And some other of you have agreed that I'm looking a little scrawny. I expect that will fill out. One of the reasons I wanted to get so low was to have a cushion when I started refeeding and the glycogen stores started to fill back up again. Now, I don't know if you fill up glycogen stores if you're not eating carbs. I guess I'll find out. So for 3 days, I have to remember that I'm still on P2, and then the 4th day, I should be upping my fat. So that will tell. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get my fat up high enough to keep from losing more weight. So I don't know. I have not gotten on the big magic scale with all the numbers. I didn't think to do that this morning. I will probably do that tomorrow morning if I think of it. But maintenance, yeah, there's a program, an app that Rilla made me aware of called My Net Diary, and it's much easier to use than MyFitnessPal. There is a monthly charge or a yearly charge, but it seems to be much easier to use, and it actually gives you a printout of your day. Now it emailed it to me. I'm not sure I like that. It seems a little personal because I was just playing around and it emailed it to me. But, you know, if I want to really track it, and it tracks net carbs. I finally figured out, I did some reading and finally figured out what net carbs mean in terms of the fiber. Apparently when they give you the when they give you the carbohydrate reading on any food, they've included the fiber in it. And so that's why historically you subtract the fiber out, because the fiber supposedly has no impact on your blood sugar. And that's really what the keto diet is all about, is keeping your blood sugar very low, very even, so that you don't pump out insulin that you can't use. Because I really believe I'm insulin resistant, which means I eat sugar, it goes into my bloodstream, I pump out insulin, and they don't connect. So then I have lots of insulin that grabs whatever calories it can and shoves them into my cell, into my fat cells. And I don't want that to happen anymore. So there's a possibility that after a year or two on keto that my insulin resistance could normalize. I don't know, but I really believe that's what makes me an addict. It really is. I've always said it's a physiological reaction, and people just didn't believe me. I'm sorry, I see my face getting darker and darker as it's getting darker outside. I'm getting ready to do my walk. And people wouldn't believe me, and I thought it was because of the rise and fall of my blood sugar, and in some cases that's true to a point. But having all that extra insulin in your system drives whatever you eat into fat. And with having the glucose up there and not having the insulin to cover it, to calm it down, it falls, and then your body screams, feed me, literally feed me. And it craves what it needs is to get the blood sugar back up there. So hopefully without the fluctuations in the blood glucose, I'll be a much saner person. You know, there was one day a month where I used to call myself Monster Mom, because between the hormones and my blood sugar would always go way up during my period. And I would just get raging. I mean, you didn't want to get near me. I was maniacal. I could commit murder on Monster Mom days. I feel sorry for my kids because I literally was insane on that day. So we'll see. Time will tell whether I can manage to stay away from the carbs. And if I can't stay totally away, can I manage it so that I stay where I want to? So eventually I'm going to have a blood meter so I can test and see where I am, and that will be helpful for me. So I'm getting darker and darker, so I guess I'll sign off for now, and I'll check in tomorrow, hopefully with a body shot. Bye-bye for now.